Hello everybody, what is going on? Jimmy here, back with another video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today, my friends, we're going to be basically making a kind of part 2 to what we talked about a couple days ago on this channel. We talked about how Austin Evans put out a video and it said that this new PlayStation model runs hotter, and how there was a Sony fanboy, you know his name is Dreamcast Guy, who sat there and said that basically this new Sony PlayStation 5 isn't worse, even though we know it's worse. It 100% is worse, but you know, it's not like a horrible console by any means, but it does run hotter, and that's the end of it. Well, today we have some news when it comes to Digital Foundry. People in my comment section of that video informed me that Digital Foundry put an end to all this, and they said that, you know, that it was fine and all this stuff. And I want to make one thing clear. Despite what I said in my last video, I was very angry in my last video because I really just thought that it was so stupid. How could you support a company knowing that they're doing something to put people at a disadvantage to make the hardware last less long? How could you sit there and pretend like that's just not true and pretend like it's misspread information when it's literally not? But Richard from Digital Foundry put out a Eurogamer article. It's from Eurogamer.net, and basically what he said is that despite this new console pulling pretty much the same power and having a bigger fan to push more power out, it does ultimately have a higher temperature pulling from it, but it is not really a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a problem. In Austin Evans' video, where Austin said it could potentially be a problem, he was not taking shot at Austin. A lot of people thought he was taking shots at him. He was not taking shots at Austin. What he was trying to say is that, you know, Austin was just basically giving some undefinitive, you know, testing. So basically, we know for a fact that this new model runs a little bit hotter, but it's still within Sony's threshold. That's kind of what Richard talked about. And, you know, I respect Digital Foundry. I'm a really big fan of their work. If you've followed me for any length of time, you would know this. And basically, I'm really happy that they've confirmed that it's really not going to be like a severe problem or anything. It runs like up to 5 degrees hotter, which in the long scheme of things isn't as bad. But under the same token, we still can't deny that a smaller heatsink made out of worse parts and an overall cheaper assembly wouldn't make the console last a shorter duration of time. That's just fact. That's not an opinion. That's still an objective statement. But basically, we now have confirmation that it's not like a situation where it's going to absolutely destroy people's consoles or anything like that, which I didn't think it was going to be. But I think it's definitely something that we needed to talk about because this is being way too blown out of proportion. At the end of the day, all that happened was here, Sony put out a revision that's just a little bit worse than the original. And though it's not a great thing to happen, it's not the end of the world either. And I think that personally, it's going to be just fine probably. Do I like the fact that they've done this? Obviously not. I prefer if they kept making it the quality way, but they're trying to lower down what they make. They're trying to make profits higher ultimately. And ultimately, Austin Evans still is right, and so is Richard from Digital Foundry. They're both right in their own ways ultimately here, because Austin is right in the sense that, yes, from his testing, it does run hotter, and that would lower the lifespan of the console. But Richard had confirmation from Sony that basically means that, you know what, honestly, yes, it lowers stuff like that. It may lower the duration that the console lasts, but nothing out of this world here, and it's not going to melt or anything like that. It's still ultimately going to function like a normal PlayStation 5, and it still is going to be the console that you think you're going to buy. Only difference being is that basically it's not going to be as good as the launch model, period. That's just an objective statement. That's kind of all I have to say in this video. So if you guys were waiting for me to say which one won and who had the better take or who was right here, I'd say it's a draw here because they're both right in their own ways. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel for new, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Jimmy out of here. I'll see you guys soon.